Hey, treasure hunters! Welcome back to Toy Box Treasures. My name's Trav, and today we've got a bunch of stuff to share with you. We've been gone for a while. We've had a lot of things going on in our personal life, professional life, and we went on vacation to Disney World. So it was totally magical and it was wonderful. It was a nice break from everything going on in the world, but none of that has stopped us from toy hunting. So we got a bunch to share with you, and we're going to get to all of it in the next few weeks. But right now we're going to keep it all G.I. Joe. So, of course, we've been out there viper hunting, firefly hunting, ain't found it. I've give up the search for it. And I'm not paying the scalper prices, $50, $100. I'm not doing that. It's stupid. I'm sorry. But I'm not going to do that. But what I am going to do is I'm going to share with you what we did get at our local Walgreens. I have a friend that works there, and she clued us into them actually having them on the shelf. So after work one day, I went down there and they were there. So she was able to hook us up, and I was able to pick up the Cobra Trooper. This is the other one to the Cobra Island exclusive. So it's the same figure with some different accessories, and it kind of looks just a little bit different. Well, right here it is. So right there is my ring light is putting a lot of glare on it. So we got this one. He's got armbands and some goggles and some other stuff. And this one has no goggles. So it's almost like this one would be like the commander officer, and this was just your standard trooper. So glad to have it. Love it. And then here's the one that keep your Viper, keep your Firefly. It ain't worth $50 and $100 under no circumstances, but it definitely ain't worth it when I can buy a Zartan in my local community, which is a way better figure, way better character, and is a Dreadnought for, let's see if we can get there, $10.99. I paid $10.99 a piece for this and this at my local Walgreens. Viper scalpers, suck it, because this is a way better figure than that Viper is, especially for $10.99. I've seen other people pick them up for $10.99. I blew me away at the register, and I was like, I'll take it for that. And she rang me up, and I was out the door. This particular Walgreens where I got these, they had one each. They had one Zartan, they had one Trooper, and they had the one Redeco Roadblock. So, as we always say, we always leave something for the next guy. We left the Redeco Roadblock for somebody else, and we took these two. So, be honest with you, I didn't want it anyway, but we did leave something for the next person because they only got the 3 in. If I would have realized that it was $10.99, I would have probably bought it, but I was so excited that I got the Zartan and the Trooper for $10.99. I ran out the door, didn't even think about Roadblock until several hours later, but we did leave something for the next guy. While we were out looking for this stuff, and since we've been viper hunting since January 2nd, we were able to meet one of our fellow content members, Mr. Jason Vance. He's actually in our local community. We were at Target 2 days in a row, like at opening, and we end up, meeting, talking, and, we've developed a relationship. And every once in a while we text and we, ask how the hunt's going. Have we found anything? And it's like, nah, man, it's drive my way, his way, my way. And then our areas kind of overlap. So we're both kind of hitting all the same places at different times. And, he's a little farther out than I am, and so on and so forth. But, we've kept in touch for the last couple months, and we've been able to communicate and talk. And so I told him, I was like, man, when these next ones come out, man, when these Walgreens hit, we're going to get them. I'm going to get you something. We're going to get them, I promise. And unfortunately, I wasn't able to get them at that first store because they only had one of each. But what I did do was I set my wife on a hunt. And she ended up checking a different Walgreens in a different area that she works in. She ended up going after work one day. There wasn't nothing there, and I said, go at lunch the next day. It's going to be there. And when she did, it was there. So we ended up getting a different trooper for Mr. Jason Vance, and unfortunately, we had to pay full price for it. I don't know why they're, mixed matched prices, but maybe it's a glitch in the system, and so we ended up getting him a trooper, and we ended up meeting in our local community, and I'm sharing this picture with you guys. So we got to hang out, talk, did social distancing, and got him a trooper like we said we would, and we kept the hunt alive, and we kept we was able to help somebody out. So I've had a lot of people help me out in my toy collecting, and it's nice when I can do the same for somebody else. So we spent a little time talking G.I. Joe. It was great, sharing some stories, and so we're giving Mr. Jason Vance a big shout out. So we were able to help him out, and we're going to continue the hunt for him a Zartan and some other things that may come up in the near future. So when I met Jason back in January, and we were talking about G.I. Joes, I was able to, we were talking, it was like, man, all we find is his tanks on the retro line in our local community. And I was like, yeah, man, I've never even seen an all-striker. Well, I left Target and went to Walmart on my way home, and what do you know? There was one all-striker in that particular Walmart, and if I wouldn't, it was just funny the way that we had that conversation. That all we see is his tanks, and I was able to find an all-striker after we were just talking about it. I wasn't going to pick this thing up because I prefer the his tank, but this all-striker, the box art's just perfect. It's great, but because it was the only one that I've ever seen in my community, I picked it up, and I've seen other people have the opposite effect of that. So all they see is all strikers, and then they have no his tanks. And then in other areas, it's all his tanks and no all strikers. So it was kind of cool the way that we talked about it, and then I was able to pick one up. So we're gonna put it in the collection next to his tank. So it's gonna look awesome and look cool. We also picked up the retro Roadblock. Like I said that this ring light. Like I said that we weren't, and then I said, yeah, me, I'm going to pick it up anyway. I'm not a big fan of the figure, but the card art is awesome. That's the original stuff, and we're out there looking for the Lady J and the Cobra Commander now. But I'm not a completist, but given the opportunity, I've passed it up 2 or 3 times, and then ended up picking it up because I was on a dry spell. So we ended up getting it, and we'll add it to the collection, and it's going to be a great addition to the collection. Quick update on our recards that we did. We did one on the Snow Serpent, which is great card art, and I'm happy to add this recard to our vintage collection and our recard collection that we have. And the one that I was so excited about when I did it, it was one of the ones that I was just like really stoked about. Was we did a Dreadnought Buzzer, probably my favorite Dreadnought out of all the Dreadnoughts. The dude takes a chainsaw to a laser rifle battle, and kicks butt when he does it. So, love Buzzer. The dude wears sunglasses and has a ponytail, but he's an awesome character, and I'm really happy to have these. I've done these, and they turned out really well, and add them to the collection. So, just remember, stay tuned. We have a bunch of stuff to share with you. We got, in my opinion, one of the best surprises of the end of 2020 and beginning of 2021. Had no idea it was coming out, but it was an awesome surprise. And we got a bunch of Motu, and a lot of some Ghostbusters and some other stuff, man. So it's really exciting, and I love looking at this stuff. So I can't wait to share it with you. Always remember, leave something on the shelf for the peg for the next guy, because next guy may be you, may be me, even though it is a classified trooper. Leave something for somebody. Always be kind to one another, because when you're kind to one another, people help you out. I was able to help out one of our community members and one of my local community members. So be nice to people, man. They help you out. always check those boxes. That's right. Check those boxes because you never know what you're going to find. We didn't find nothing in no boxes this time, but we're always searching for something in a box. You may find yourself a retro G.I. Joe, so who knows? Hit your subscribe button and let us know how we're doing in the comments. And we're always out there hunting, so if you're looking for something, let us know. Maybe we can help you out.